Hello, hello, hello. We have two targets here, and 92323 is the first one out of my target pool. This one was all the way back in late September. And the target is, rather than a future date, it is the future coming out of the pandemic and the existing social order. And I felt that was easier to latch onto and perhaps more accurate than a more or less arbitrary time frame, which can sometimes be constrained improperly. It goes outside the bounds. This connected by a chain of events seems to work better. It's something I've kind of played with as well. So I also did a tarot reading on this, blind tarot reading, horseshoe spread and a 3-card spread. That was interesting. I may include that in some way. I'll just run through this one real quick. The other one was recorded live. This one is very similar to the other one in terms of the ideogram. Very similar shape, and we get a lot of similar themes out of this. And in addition to that, we have other viewers who seem to get something related to this asteroid, or maybe it's a comet or something like that, if anything at all. So I know that David Powell got something like this, and some people at Crypto Viewing, and maybe some others, but I have not looked at the Crypto Viewing data. So we get this sideways, which seems to be repeating. Complex, highly complex, situational, area, dimensional, distance, place, event. Some descriptors here: green edge, soft, flexible, complex, intervention, event, diary. I'm not sure why that came up. Maybe like a diary of events, I don't know. Shapes, autumn, enticing. Then we get this sort of downward sideways with infinity, prospect, full of magnetism across, energy, AOL infinity, infinity sign, flux, meta, something meta, metabolic, probably an AOL, flow, timing, expending, forces across, exchange or returning, and isolation, which comes up many times as well for some reason. Now, is this isolation because of events occurring or lockdown? I don't really know. A traumatic event, though, PTSD, isolated, meandering lines along meandering possibilities, potentialities maybe. Multitudes, gravitation seems to be important. Norms, norms of society perhaps. Figure 8 again. Vibe, frequency, harmony, waveform, harmonic or repeating pattern. That seemed to come up, this harmonic oscillation. I've drawn that a couple of times in the other session as well. Sonic, like flat across. There's an uneasiness, flat, porcelain, wet. There seems to be this structure that came up. Angled ceiling, corner architecture. I don't know what that would apply to, if anything. Volumetric panels, green light, electric, volume. Goes down, sound. So I don't know, maybe it's a structure, something on Earth, a satellite, something in space. I don't really know. Volume, we get some connections to this word: transparent, hazy, real, organic, gray, orange, lead or lead. I think it's lead. Sheets over furniture, like in a dusty room feeling. That's kind of like leads me to think of, or had me thinking of, an empty room that is not used or abandoned. Glass, arrange, some AOL words, noise, antihistamine, lesbian. Something growing, percolating, oscillating, spinning quickly. So the spinning here, it's been ongoing. There are steps. I don't know what that means. Thousands upon thousands, energy, brightness. It's like a dynamo. It has a flow, rainbow. Uses, if any, could be out of balance, unharmonic, or has an issue. Pulling, emerging, vibing, running. So, could be something spinning, pulling, or being pulled. Uses and purposes, discovery, unisys. I'm not sure what that means, apart from like a brand name, unity of something perhaps, or I don't know. Machinations, leading, evading, energy exchange. Sketch the target. So this is interesting because we have the word apotheosis and apophis come to mind, and outrage, edge along something. There's something flexible or bendable or perhaps changeable. AOL satanic ritual. So I just paused and looked up apotheosis again because I'd already forgotten, and it's like the deification of something. And the word apotheosis, apophis, itself is like the deification of the Greek. It's the Greek god. Apophos. Anyways, like a god of destruction. Anyways, moving on. It was interesting to note. Automatic sketch the target, so quick sketch. There's like now this repeats in the other session. Something coming up. A vista. Somewhere in nature. Water for some reason. Possibly something related to the body of water. Something raining down, going down, pull. Push, pull, heat, flux, all these lines again across, flow, forces, magnets, isolation, chamber, elements, chamber, flow, flight, question mark. There's a repeating pattern. The other session gets something identical to this. Closed loop or cycle or circle, open loop or cycle. So there may be a cycle or closing of the cycle. Not really sure. Driving, isolating, oscillating, change, conviction, subtlety. Again, this harmony, spiraling, spinning, signaling, items, and tomorrow. So, depths of flow, kind of a head scratcher. So, a bit of a mystery or something unknown. Joy, certainty. Macroeconomics of a thing. Something crazy. Risk management, aversion. Risk management and aversion. Therapy session, medical diagnosis. Maybe going on a tangent here, possibly related to the future therapy sessions, medical diagnosis. Yeah, certainly that could be related to the target in terms of coming out of the pandemic phase, future sicknesses perhaps. These are the 5 whys I sometimes will employ. Why doing this, or why she doing this? He, she, he. AOL. As if someone's doing it. Trapeze, isolation, remediary, flips. So it's like a flip on this, or backflip, or pondering. Intrigue, association, sorcery, AOL. There's total eclipse, which I believe there was one in October. There's one in April. Sideways again, Stravato. It's kind of therapy actually. Go somewhere. Experiment. Undeserved antimony. Ostracization. with an urban feel. Alert, altercation, compassion, or passion, time, and coordination. So you can see how these might relate somehow to the future. Hospital. Who knows? We've had recent hospital cases that's been in the news relating to sicknesses. Reflection, time, intervention, again, probable outcomes. Curving, serpentine, meandering, flow, closer, getting closer, smooth, wet, something getting closer. A rounded object, a celestial body, corpses, question mark, asteroid, AOL. And in the second one, we get kind of a cosmic, atmospheric feel, something coming down, something in the sky. Isolation, intrigue, going like a bullet across somewhere. So this is zooming across some object very fast, hot, magnet zoom. This feels like an event somewhere in the arc of time, maybe something nearing in the future. Remember, this is blind, so I'm picking up on some future event at least, whether accurate or not. It is magnetic in nature. It has a push-pull. It is flowing. There is some coordination. Has some flex or flexibility to it, flexing. Coordination, could it be that they're tracking this or trying to alter it? On the fence, shrapnel or rain, something is raining down. There is some aspect of isolation involved. There is a crushing element, some sense of wonder, like it's beyond belief. Supercharged chamber, fast, rapid, quick, repeating feel to it. Like when something spinning is thrown off or let go and it's still spinning and unwinding. Blossom, again a downward trajectory with motion. Where's it going? North, south, east, or west? Question mark. Latitudes. Let's see. Actually, inflation. So it could be economic inflation. Decentralization. Let's see. This seems to be the last one. Yes. Or downward, kind of chain, oscillating path, I suppose. Something going down. Levity. Gravity, removed, set apart, released, unbound. That's the end of that one. I've given the target a number. I'm going to do a more or less free-form approach. Haven't done much of a cool down, just a little bit. Falling, dropping. It's almost like spilling out. And then rising and around. Going out. AOL spilling out. First impression is movement, activity.
Filling. Movement. Again, water. But also dry. Filling. Pouring. Moving. Sediment. I'm going to AOL that. Let's go next to just not sure how into this target I am so far. Gonna AOL plasticine, like a plaster almost. Let's do some more words, impressions, dimension. Running off. Sideways. Above. Movement again. Draining. AOL liquids. Movement. Dripping. Three 0.061 and 3.0.061. Seems like there's some airiness here. Airiness. Just rewrite that. Airiness. Flash light quality. Light. Light. Bright. Sideways. Motion. Centered or center placed. Isolation. And 3.0.061. Like something is flowing upward. It will liquid flowing up. Shooting up. Fill a draft. Something naked or raw about it. Tempered. Flared. Let's make that an AOL. Juicy. Neon. It's like down the rabbit hole, or going down the rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. What was that all about? It's like an idea in the form of an idea, I guess. Metaphor, maybe? Or not a physical whole, probably. Going around and around about something. Circumscribing. Around. Circumscribing. Maybe you could say beating around the bush. Around a bush. Why? Alienation. Obstruction. Drifting about. Maybe drifting about something or a topic. Over a topic? Question mark. Needless. Obstinate. Incomplete. Struggle. Maybe some mayhem or chaos. Chaos. It's flagrant. Or would seem so. Flagrant. Great writing. On to the next something coming into the scene. There's some kind of hope or unboundingness. Abundance. Completeness. Settlement. Exploring. Coming into the scene of what? See, like, open blue skies in a landscape. So landscape in nature, mountainous. Not very good terrain, but okay. Skies, clouds. Rugged terrain, abridging, mating to, and obstruction. There's a period involved here of time. Period of time. Also waiting. And a flow of something. Let's put flow. 5. This may be a short one. Coming down, something like pouring down. I want to say it's something flowing down. Downward. With a struggle involved. Impressions of flowingness. Steam. Sense of steaminess there. Impacted. Situation or event. Or event. The situation or event. Seems to run and then go rugged. Goes rugged. In the arc of time. Here it goes rugged. Let's say start. And then end game. AOL. Flight. Struggle toward. movement, duration. Marvelous. Not sure about that one. Indecision. And regarding flow. With respect to flow also. Groove, movement, harmony, or harmonize. Harmonize with. Some kind of activity with the sky. It feels a little chaotic. Some real weird stuff in the sky. Like energetics tearing open of the sky, ripping apart. That sounds a little extreme for what I'm perceiving, but see if I can get more of a sketch of it here. It's like this activity is energetic, chaotic, strong, kind of harsh. It's like almost like shredding apart or open via motion and or energy. Cause of this. Whoops. Cause of this. I'm going to say like a collision. Isolation or oscillation. Up and down. Somewhat violently. Just can feel it in my body, inside my body. This almost kind of violent pulling, tearing, pulling apart or tearing. And this is in the sky. Maybe it's cosmic, atmospheric. result. Flagrant. Magnetic poles. Sky related. Dropping down, but harmony. Egregious. Suddenly I can't spell that. Egregious. Sparkliness. Yes. Harmony. There's a tingliness. Approach. Implacable. Witness. Maybe someone witnesses it, people witness it. Drive. It drives something. I'm gonna say there's some energetics or energetic radiation left over. Energetics. Energetic radiation. So you get movement, body, commotion, retrograde. There's an appeasement. Temperance. AOL. I think there's a harmonious oscillation. Oscillation. Get the word temperance again. That was also in the reading. Drive. Socialization. I'm gonna AOL that. Commotion. Regal and tall. Gonna end that without a summary. Session. And then we'll reveal the target.